He walked away from the trail and then came back to watch it burn, but nobody knew why. What investigators say they later found on his phone would change everything. They call him a suspect. His name is Jonathan Rinderknecht, and today, federal prosecutors say this 29-year-old man has been arrested and charged in connection with the Pacific Palisades wildfire that tore through California earlier this year. But the question that won't go away is this: did he just start a small blaze, or did he trigger one of the most destructive fires Los Angeles has seen? It began, officials say, on New Year's Day, a small ignition on a trail that at first looked accidental. Then the wind shifted, the smoke spread, and within days, whole neighborhoods were gone. Families were forced to evacuate, firefighters were exhausted, and the city watched in disbelief. So what exactly did investigators find that led them to one man? Here's what's been revealed so far. They say Rinderknecht was working as a rideshare driver that night. Passengers later described him as anxious, distracted, almost nervous. But what really caught investigators' attention wasn't just witness statements, it was digital evidence. Phone data placed him near the ignition point. Video footage reportedly showed a car matching his near the scene. And investigators say he returned later that night to take photos of the flames. Quick pause. Why would someone come back to a fire they allegedly started? That's what investigators are still trying to understand. But one detail has stunned everyone. Prosecutors say they found a digitally generated image on his device, created months before the fire, showing a burning cityscape, eerily similar to what later happened. They call it contextual evidence, not proof of guilt, but it's the kind of eerie coincidence that keeps people asking, was this planned, or just strange timing? Timeline-wise, the investigation stretched across months, hundreds of interviews, thousands of documents. Prosecutors claim the pieces fit: the phone data, the photos, the witness statements. But the defense insists there's more to the story, that digital records can be misleading, and the so-called image has been misunderstood. And that's what makes this case so gripping, because it's not just about a fire, it's about how technology, intent, and human error collide. Let's be clear, these are allegations, not convictions. The court will decide whether the evidence proves intent or just coincidence. For the families who lost homes, though, the pain is already real, and they're watching every hearing closely, hoping for answers. So what happens next? He's appeared in federal court, and prosecutors say the case will now move forward in California. Expect digital forensics, testimony, and long debates about what the data really means. And as new documents drop, the story will evolve piece by piece. This fire changed lives overnight. And if this case proves anything, it's how a single spark, whether from nature or human hands, can expose how fragile everything really is. If you want the next chapter, the actual breakdown of the evidence and digital records, hit subscribe and stay tuned. Because the truth of this fire won't be found in headlines, it'll be found in what the courtroom reveals next.